Hello, my name is Null DNB. Today I'll be going over how I set up my entire library and I'm able to get everything from Serato over to Rekordbox pretty seamlessly. That way I don't have to do everything twice as far as setup, hot cues, beat grids, things like that more than once. I pretty much set it up on one program and then I'm able to convert it over to another program. Now, for complete transparency, this is a paid program. I'm not being paid by these developers. I just really enjoy their product, and it's something that is very helpful as a new DJ. Something that I looked for immediately because I know how bad I am with organization, and I know that when I want to organize something, I'll spend a lot of time doing it. So I wanted to not spend so much time doing this, and this program really helped a lot with that. So the program is called Lexicon DJ. Basically, it lets you do everything in one program, like I said. So I have this song here, Pepper and Spice. So we're gonna set it up so that it is set up for hot cues. Gonna go ahead and do my usual 64 beat phrase separation, like I mentioned in my other video. If you want to watch that one, it's about preparing your hot cues and loops. Set all this up. Pepper and Spice, Odyssey, Diligent Fingers. Got our hotkeys set up here. Now, Serato is the type of program where you can go in and set up the beat grids. Edit grid right here. Right now I have it locked. If you want to do it in there, you can. Having Lexicon means you don't necessarily have to. So what I do is I'll close Serato. I'll open Lexicon. And then what I'll do is you'll come over here to the sync button. And you'll see, look at all the programs that it's available to sync with. So I've got Serato DJ. I'll click on import. It'll find everything from Serato and it'll start to import that into Lexicon. So now that we have that imported, I'm going to go and find the song. So we've got Pepper and Spice. All right, Pepper and Spice. You'll see on Lexicon it shows a little green analyzed and has cue points. So I've already analyzed it in Serato. Actually, I analyzed it in Lexicon before I put it in Serato. But I've got it analyzed with cue points, so I'll go ahead and open the song. You'll see that it has the cue point. It might be a little bit off on the beat grid, so what I do is I'll find the cue points beginning just by clicking on it. You can come over here to edit grid, and then it'll move the current beat grid marker to this position. Does a small adjustment, as you can see. That just makes it more precise for the CDJ and XDJ. And then at this point, now I have this song prepared as I want it with the beat grid and hot cues. So I'll click on the sync button again, choose Rekordbox, go ahead and sync to Rekordbox. Now this step you could skip by doing in Serato, but I'll typically sync back to Serato because I adjusted the beat grid, but I have those locked on Serato. So now when you look in Rekordbox, now that I have the library synced over, I'm going to go ahead and look for the Pepper and Spice song. And as you can see, the beat grid is fixed, the cue points are there, it's all ready to go. And then all I have to do is put it onto a USB. I did everything in way less time than having to do this twice, to set up the key points twice, to set up the beat grid twice for Serato and Rekordbox, just to put it on a USB. You're able to do everything in one program and then just sync it over. Now, a few extra features that I really love about Lexicon. So when you right-click something, you're able to analyze from here, and typically that's grabbing from a database. You're also able to find tags. So this will actually find all of this information accurately using Beatport, Spotify, MusicBrainz, and Discogs all as the sources, which is always pretty accurate. So to fill out the information for you, we've all got the year, all that information. It's got how danceable it is, how popular it is, how happy it is. I mean, it's got the energy levels. All those things are included when it's looking for information from those databases, which is pretty cool. Another thing that's cool is when you're making your playlists, you're able to actually share them to Spotify. So it's going to put your entire DJ playlists and all the songs that you put onto it, as long as it can find them on Spotify, it's going to put them into a Spotify playlist. I think that's like the best part about it, because if I make a playlist for a gig, I share it to Spotify. On the way to the gig, I'm listening to the playlist and getting familiar with the songs that I put in there. Now, you can also use a generate cue point. I find creating mine the way that I did in the other video of just using beat jump is the more accurate way, but this has gotten better over time. A lot of updates have come to this program. You can also find crates, and you can clean up your library. You can synchronize, find tracks with a track matcher so you could buy them or just listen to them. You could check on top 100 playlists and stuff like that. You can buy things straight from here. from your Spotify. You can see what your stats are. I mean, it's a pretty versatile program. It's pretty crazy. There's a mobile app as well. It'll let you mess with your playlist on your phone. You got the tags here that you can set up. It'll tell you find mixable tracks. It's pretty cool. So that is how I set up everything, just to make sure everything is synchronized across both programs. And then on my USB, I have everything from what I use at home, which is Serato. I know a lot of people are in the same boat. I've talked to a few DJs that have Serato and Rekordbox, and they have to do all of this twice, and they just don't want to, so they end up with the USB not reflecting what they have at home, and they have to go off memory. So $17 a month, but as you can see with all the features, it is worth it. So I definitely recommend it just as a user. Again, I'm not being paid by them. I just really enjoy the program. I've been using it since I was a new DJ. And another thing that's really cool is when you're importing a program, when you're importing tunes, you can actually sort them by genre and artist name and all those things in your drive, so that you don't have to look through one folder for 3,000 songs to find the actual file itself. So that, it to me, was why I found the program. I had about 3,000 songs in one big folder, and this sorted all of it by genre. So that's another very useful part of this program that I find worth it. That's actually why I pay the $17 a month. Everything else is just a plus. If you have any other questions, though, drop them in the comments. If you want to see more videos like this, more tips and tricks, just let me know. Lexicon does have a 30-day free trial. You can do all of these things in those 30 days, and then when you need to do them again, then pay for it. I usually will wait a few months until I've gathered a lot of tunes, and then throw them in here, pay for it, sort them all out, and then be ready to go. But again, if you have any other questions, let me know. Null out. Have a great day. Stay safe.